Suffolk County police officers assault an amputee. Suffolk County police officers in Long Island. Really? You don't want to miss this. Stay to the end and see who gets this week's Stomp Award. Coming up next. Welcome to Rewind, my new online digital platform. Before we go any further, I want you to do one thing. We're going to take care of some housekeeping. I want you to smash that subscribe button. Smash the subscribe button and hit the bell for future notifications. News and views happening within the week. Rewind with Tommy Handsome. Let's get right to it. Suffolk County, Long Island police officers assault an amputee, saying he was urinating, but he wasn't. And video proves he was not urinating. So they go attack and assault this amputee. Let's roll the footage.
Waverly Lucas removes his prosthetic leg a few times a day, but there is a process he follows so he can do so painlessly. But Lucas says Suffolk police violently ripped off his leg when they arrested him this past August.
There was no pretext for the stop.
Lucas's attorney says he pulled into this wine-damaged gas station, was about to walk into this mini-mart when two Suffolk police officers stopped him, demanding he show identification and accusing him of public urination.
We still don't know why he was pulled over to begin with, other than the fact that he's black.
Lucas would not give his ID to police and began recording on Facebook Live.
I wasn't peeing in public.
Security video from the store shows 4 Suffolk police cars responding at one point. He says police assaulted him while trying to detain him.
I have a fractured eye socket.
Lucas says it got worse. According to his attorneys, police ripped off his prosthetic leg so Lucas would fit in the police cruiser.
To rip that off is like someone ripping off your skin, because it's almost glued to my skin.
Officers were seen on video tossing the prosthetic leg into a police vehicle. He was charged with possession of oxycodone pills. Lucas says he has a prescription for the medication and takes it for his leg.
There is no crime. He did nothing wrong. They were his prescription pills. They're documented in the medical records that he has a prescription for them.
While Lucas waits for the criminal case to be resolved, he says he's also waiting for Suffolk police to return his prosthetic leg.
It's hard to describe the emotional toll because no one can understand what you go through mentally.
Now, what they did, they assaulted this man, they arrested him, they threw him on top of the police car. When they took him to jail, they took and ripped off his leg. He's an amputee. Ripped off his leg. If you don't know anything about prosthetic pieces, prosthetic limbs, a lot of them are held together with adhesive. It's like ripping off your skin. This is what these vile, disgusting officers did to this man. They ripped his leg off and they just threw it in the car. When they threw his leg in the car, he had to walk around. He had to crawl to get around inside the jail. He was later released, sent to the hospital because he had a fracture in his orbital bone in his head. This is what these vile, disgusting police officers did to this man. Now, it's no secret what police officers do. It's no secret of the extent to what they are capable of doing. So if they can do this to an amputee, they can do this to anybody. But once again, they don't do it to anybody. Now, suppose this was a white elderly man. Would they have done the same thing to him? Absolutely not. But you notice they always do this to black men. They do this to people that look just like me. They have people saying, and I hear this argument all the time, well, not all officers are bad. Yes, all officers are bad. I'm going to give you 2 reasons why all officers, all of them, are bad. Number 1, officers are bad because when it comes to officer and civilian, there's black and there's white. So you have white officers that are in charge and they go after people that look like me. If you look at the jail system, you're going to think that everyone black and brown commit crimes. Police officers specifically go after people that look like me in terms of skin color. So when it comes to civilian and police officers, there's black and white. Okay, there's no such thing as black and white in the police department. There's black and white when it's a police officer and a civilian. So in the police department, it's no black and white. It's all blue, one color. The second reason all cops are bad, because when good cops see bad cops doing something wrong, they don't say anything. So therefore, there's no such thing as good cops, because the good cops do not report the bad cops. The two officers, thugs, that are involved in this incident, Michael Renner and Michael Casey. These are the two officers involved with the altercation with the amputee. Now, let's get this one thing straight. When you two became police officers, probably in your early 20s, maybe in your late teens, your mother was really proud of you. Your mammy was really proud of you, right? They had parties. They probably had a celebration because being a police officer is a noble profession. But what does your mammy think about you now when you did this despicable act? What does your mammy think about you in terms of you being a police officer? Probably a 180-degree turn from when you first became a police officer. You're nothing but a bunch of thugs. You're nothing but a disgrace. You don't deserve to wear that badge. You don't deserve to be a police officer. When you became a police officer, you were sworn to an oath to protect and serve. Two things you did not do in this incident. You lied on the report. Video shows that he wasn't urinating. He was just put on his leg when he was getting out the car. But then you had to disgrace him by throwing his leg in the police cruiser, stating that it did not fit in the car. He was led to walk around, I keep saying walk, crawl in the jail, and he still didn't retrieve his leg when he left the jail. Another thing, he is going to sue for $50 million. And I hope you get every cent of that $50 million. We got to teach the police department. We got to tell them that you are no longer in charge. We, the people who pay your salary, because you are a public servant, we're going to teach you a lesson. When we say defund the police, a lot of people, oh, don't defund the police. We need the police. Defund the police means taking monies and allocating in other aspects of the police department. Number one, training. Number two, sensitivity training. Number three, a lot of these officers cannot pass the mental exam, the psychological exam. A lot of times the psychological exam is the easy part. The physical exam is the hard part. But when you cannot pass the psychological exam because of nepotism or because of people that you know, you don't need to wear that badge. And you officers are a disgrace to the badge, you're a disgrace to your mammy, and a disgrace to the human race. So this week's Stomp Award goes to the two police officers and the Suffolk County Police Department. Ladies, gentlemen, who want an unfiltered analysis of videos just like this, I want you to hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button and hit the bell for future notifications. You're watching Rewind.